Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 of my favorite Asian-inspired stir-fry noodles. A bowl of noodles is probably one of the most comforting things you'll ever have in front of you, and it just mixes everything you want from proteins to vegetables with silky smooth glass or egg noodles, whatever is available in your Asian supermarket next to you. This is going to be a really quick one, and I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to be using some dried egg noodles for our beef and broccoli stir-fried noodles, a staple in various Chinese American restaurants you go to. Even some Chinese restaurants also do it. You can use fresh egg noodles or you can use these dried egg noodles as well. So we're just going to put this in some hot water and cook them down. Remember, we're not cooking them all the way through because these cook down really, really quickly. While that's happening, very simple, we're gonna prep the beef for the recipe. I've got a beautiful piece here of tenderloin. We're gonna slice thinly. I don't really need to marinate it much, but what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of oyster sauce, mix that together. And a little secret that they use in Chinese kitchens is dusting the beef or the proteins with a little bit of cornstarch. It gives you that really nice and kind of like smooth and gooey texture when the sauce comes together. That beef is ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my noodles. These literally cooked for about 3 minutes. And now we're gonna prep the vegetables that we need for the dish. 1 head of broccoli, which we're gonna chop up into little florets. You could keep them like this, but I find it a little too chunky. So you can kind of break them off into nice little sizes. 2 main elements of the dish are pretty much done. All we need now is a little bit of garlic. Don't really need to mince this, nice and thin will do. A little bit of ginger, slice that thinly as well. And that's basically most of the prep we have to do. Really simple, we got some peanut oil. Once it starts bubbling, we're gonna throw in the rest of our ginger and garlic. And we're really just looking to bring out all that aroma. At this point, what we're looking to do is add just a tiny bit of color to the garlic. We really just wanna, when you get this close, but you don't wanna get this close because you're gonna burn yourself, but it smells really of ginger and garlic, then we can go ahead and add our beef. So one of the main reasons why we cut this thinly is so we can make sure that it cooks really quickly. My beef has some nice color. It's still kind of like rare inside, which is great. I'm gonna add in our broccoli. We need some steam at this point to help cook the broccoli a little bit so they get nice and tender. You can also eat broccoli raw, so there's nothing wrong with that, but a little steam will go a really, really long way, so let's add some sauces into the dish. I'm gonna start with some acid, brown rice vinegar, wait for that acidity to kind of nicely dissipate. Then now to this, I'm gonna add some oyster sauce, a little bit of soy sauce. All that's coming together beautifully. Now all we gotta do, put in our beautiful noodles. You always just trying to find the right ratio of vegetables and protein versus noodles, so it's really up to you how loaded you want this dish to be. To finish up, sesame oil and just a tad bit of sugar. And that is basically done. This looks absolutely delicious, and it literally took like 10 minutes to put together. Let's try it out. So I'm looking for some sweetness, some oyster sauce, a little bit of acidity from the vinegar, and just really soft beef. Noodles are perfect. Broccoli still has that nice crunch. Yeah, perfect. See, that cornstarch makes all the difference. It just coats your mouth in all that sauce that just bound together while you're cooking it. Winner dish. Next one we're doing is called pad ki mao, or famously known internationally as Drunken Noodles. This is a Thai recipe that is absolutely delicious, probably one of my favorite things. So we're gonna start with these beautiful flat pieces of rice noodles, which we're gonna cook. Again, with rice noodles, it cooks much faster than regular pasta, so just really keep an eye on it. Now, time to prep the ingredients. Very simple, we're gonna start with a base sauce. Just get a little bowl out, some sugar. Thai stir fries, especially Thai noodle stir fries, actually use quite a bit of sugar. You think it would be kind of quote unquote healthy, but a lot of times because of all the sugar in there, it's just really sneaky. Then we're gonna be adding a mix of both dark and light soy sauce. Oyster sauce, mix everything together. Once you have this, set it aside. Check on your noodles. Yeah, these still have quite a bit to go. 1 white onion. We're gonna use just 1/2. Thinly slice the white onion. Lots of garlic. Two ways you can do this, either chop it or go at it with a mortar and pestle. Then we're gonna add a couple of bird's eye chilies. I'm gonna cut off the tops. Try to remove as much of the seeds as possible. Chop the chilies up. Check on our noodles. Now they seem absolutely perfect and good to go. Peanut oil goes into our little wok here. To this we add all the chilies and all the garlic. Let that toast up and get beautifully aromatic. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add in our chicken. I'm just looking to really brown that chicken nicely and just give it some beautiful color. At this point, we can add in our white onions. I wanna try to keep some of that acidity and bite in the white onions, so I'm not gonna cook them down too much. You can see our chicken is absolutely beautifully cooked right now. I can already really smell all those flavors coming together. Really quick fix, some spring onions. You can also use some leeks or some green onions, like all the stalks. These are just gonna cook down beautifully and just add a nice texture to the whole dish. Then I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of fish sauce, and then finally, our noodles. To this, we add a ton of basil. You can add regular basil or Thai basil. Thai basil will just give you that much more crunch. And then just toss everything together. So we go ahead and transfer those all to our plate here. This looks so good. You'll see variations of drunken noodles using shrimp and stuff, but chicken for me, oh, that's really hot. Chicken for me is good enough. Like, I just love the color and the coating the noodles get with just all that dark brown soy oyster kind of like mix that just comes through beautifully. It's so good. And the spice, we put like what, 4 big chilies? Not overpowering. This is a dish I would not be able to get enough of, for sure. Next one we're gonna do is a Korean spicy noodle. There are tons of different types of Korean spicy noodles. This one in particular is one of my absolute favorites. It's called Bibim Guksu. Please don't kill me for the pronunciation. But it basically uses what we call in westernized countries somen noodles. I think in Korean it said somyen or somyen, something like that. And these cook for about 5 minutes in water. Next, it's a really simple process. I have kimchi. This goes in the bowl here. We're gonna cut it up using some scissors. You don't have to chop it up too finely. Nice little chunks will do. Then to that, we're gonna be adding 2 tablespoons of gochujang, about a tablespoon of rice vinegar, a small teaspoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, about a tablespoon of sesame oil. Mix all that together. Our noodles at this point are done as well. All we're gonna do is strain them and then wash them in some cold water. In a little pot here, I'm toasting some sesame seeds. You can actually buy toasted sesame seeds in most Korean supermarkets, or you can buy regular sesame seeds and then go ahead and toast them yourself. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we pound that. When you pound it, just all that flavor of all those sesames really comes through nicely. That goes in with your kimchi mix. Mix all that together. Then I have my noodles here. What I like doing when I strain them, I actually add little pieces of ice in there to get them nice and cold. That goes with the mix. Now honestly, the best way to do this is by hand. So make sure you clean your hands and mix everything together, because you really want every strand of noodle to just have the color of that sauce. Transfer all that to a bowl. Add some kimchi bits here and there. And finish everything off with some toasted sesame seeds. And that's how you make a really quick and delicious bibim guksu. If your kimchi isn't like a really fermented, extremely briny kimchi, then you can add a little bit more rice vinegar, but this right here is perfect. That was it. 3 Asian noodle recipes. 2 of them were stir fries. 1 of them was just a cold cook, or basically just assembling the noodles with a bunch of sauces. They are all absolutely delicious, and I hope you guys try them out, because trust me, you will not regret it. They're really quick to make and just perfect for a pinch when you just need that big punch of flavor that you expect from Asian food.